it is me. I have a little project that I want to share with you today. I just tried it out and it worked. So, yay! So I was reading on this blog. It's called Thicket Works. I don't know if it's a blog or if it's a website. It's a blog on a website. I don't think it's like on Blogspot or Blogger or anything like that. Anyway, she was making faux rust, and I tried it out on a couple of things, and I think I figured out how I like it. So cool, right? Isn't that cool? And this is just on craft card. This is just a die cut on craft card. Excuse me. And then this just came in an ephemera kit. I don't like the way this one came out as well, and I will tell you the difference when we do this. So, sorry, man. So I have one of the Tim Holtz book plate dies, and like I said, it's just craft card. So let me tell you how she did this. So she took a mess. I have a mess. She took black paint and brown paint is what she took. But I can't leave well enough alone, so I used red paint. This is like a brick color. And then this dark teal. And I got a little bit of that. So, took a foam brush and she went into the black paint and just kind of pounced it all over, but not all the way. So, I'd say 80%. And then into the brown. And the brown covers, I'd say, most of it. I want to get into it. If you have, sorry, this shirt's getting in my way. If there's crevices, you want to work the paint down into the crevices. And then that's where she stopped, but I'm going to do a little bit of red, this bricky color, and then some teal, because I like teal. I just thought it might be pretty. There we go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to dry it just a little bit. I hate this thing. Just a little bit. But not so that it's like totally dry, but just like getting there, you know? And then I'm going to take a little bit more black because I think I used a little bit too much teal. And just kind of touch over. And I'm messing with it, but really it's not like rocket science. It's just I can't leave stuff alone. It's one of my character flaws. One of many. Okay, so now that's mostly covered in whatever colors you want. I want more teal. See, I cover up the teal, then I add more teal. Okay, I have cinnamon all over. Then you take cinnamon, and apparently I buy the industrial size, military surplus. And you just kind of sprinkle that all over. And then you just kind of pat it into the paint. And then I just kind of tapped it off a little bit. And then I just, I found that if I kind of brushed off some of the areas to kind of let some of the paint show through, because you don't want it totally covered in the cinnamon. I think that would defeat the purpose. Then, I'm gonna have cinnamon everywhere, but it smells like cookies. Then she took Mod Podge, and this is just the matte that I had in my craft cabinet. So it's just whatever you have around, but thinking you don't want glossy rust, so I'd use matte. And then we just pounce this on top of the cinnamon. Then she said to heat gun it again, and she says it's fine if it bubbles. Which everything I heat gun bubbles, so that should not be an issue. This is my husband's heat gun, and it's kind of industrially big. I will try not to set the house on fire. And it kind of bubbles and dries and does its little heat gun thing. And then it's hot, so don't burn yourself. It's like hot sugar, you know? But you guys use heat guns. You guys probably use them more often than I do. I don't use a heat gun very often. So then you just kind of pat those bubbles down once it kind of cools off a little bit. And then it looks like rust. See that? Isn't that cool? I thought that was pretty cool. I like how it builds up in some areas and you can see through it on the others. Now, like I said, she used the black and the brown, but I chose to use some red and teal just because I thought it would add a little bit more depth. I really like how the keyhole came out. I like how on this one there's quite a bit of area showing through where the cinnamon didn't totally stick. I think the paint might have been a little bit too wet. I mean, too dry. No, too wet, sorry. Too wet on this one because the cinnamon kind of stuck all over as opposed to letting, I really like how this one turned out because it looks like this area was maybe just slightly tacky, like me. And the rest had like areas where the paint was really wet and so the cinnamon really sticked, and then areas where it wasn't as wet and so the patina is kind of showing through. The scutcheon turned out really super cool. I really, really like that. But you know what? Either way, I mean, it's supposed to be rust and there are no rules with rust. There just isn't. And it smells like cookies. So win-win. This one, not as much as showing through. I think I put it on again when it was a little bit too wet, but it still looks like rust and it still is cool. So, Miss Thicket Works, whatever your name is, I am sorry I did not write that down. You did good, lady. You did good. This is something I think I will use. I think I will use this for different things. I mean, it looks like rust. I mean, I was kind of flabbergasted that paint, cinnamon, and Mod Podge would turn into rust. But you know what, guys? It freaking works. So I hope you try it. I hope that you use this in your own projects, whatever you're doing, cards or scrapbooks or journals or whatever it is that you like to do. But yeah, or kids projects. Could you imagine if your kid had like a diorama that they had to make for school and they needed a rusty thing and you didn't have a rusty thing, or you had a rusty thing but you don't want your kid to get tetanus, you know? You could make fake rusty things. This is so cool. So cool. So let me know what you think. If you liked this, I liked it. But let me know what you think, and we will try more projects again. They will not always be wins. There can be some fails, but that is okay because if I find something that's a fail, I want you guys to know about it so you don't waste your time and effort and stuff. And I'll try to do this once a week. Last week was crazy, but I'll try to do this once a week if I can, at least once every 2 weeks, and do some sort of a project that that we'll try out for different type of journaling aspects or craft projects or, you know, whatever, just stuff. Let's see, what else? Is there anything interesting going on? Just custom work this week, but there will be an Etsy journal too, and it will be decked out. Oh, I almost forgot. I was going to show you this. My hands are like a mess, guys, So I was on eBay the other day, and I found this little beauty, and it is a ledger from 1906, and it was extremely reasonably, well, this is 07 is the date on this one. So yeah, so 07, is when it starts, I think. But cool. No, it starts in 06. It starts in 06. But look at that. Isn't that cool? What a neat ledger. So it's not all written in, but it's got a lot that's been written in. And then there's also some blank pages. So I'm hoping to do some scanning. Because I don't think I want to use like the real pages. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't spend that much on it. I mean, I was looking at ledgers that were like, they were between like $100 and $4,000. Like one of them was like $4,400, and I didn't really investigate why it was $4,400. It must have been from a famous company or something. This is just from a company. It says Robert E. Owen, doctor, dealer in all kinds of fresh and smoked meats from Duncannon, Pennsylvania. So that's what this is. But it was $15. I was like, okay, I'll take that for $15. And so I ordered it, and the guy sent it right away, and I think it's really super cool. It's got marbling on the edges of the pages even. I don't know, it's just a really cool thing. I'd like to scan the front and then the back and use it in an ephemera kit so you can make like a little ledger book. Be cute. I think it'd be cool. So that was a cool find. And then I'll probably Photoshop, you know, ledger or something on it. But the patina's, you know, it's perfect. It's perfect with the leather corners and everything. It's just awesome. I've been looking for a ledger for a long time. And I like the tall, skinny ones the best, but this one's pretty darn cool. I kind of like it. It rocks. So that was the thing. That was the thing. I hope to do another Q&A soon. I did an Ancestry DNA thing, which, you know, some people care about it, some people don't. There was just some questions in the family about like family stories that you always wonder, you know, is this true? Well, some were and some weren't. So it would kind of floored me. It kind of floored the whole family. So unless I'm like the milkman's kid, yeah, kind of some interesting things came out. We'll have to talk about that. That was kind of fun. So, I guess that's it. I won't keep you guys. This is probably a super long video, and all I was showing you was rust. So use this in your projects. Like I said, it's covered with Mod Podge, so it's pretty stable. You can use this in all kinds of projects, I would think. So let me know if you guys use this and what you do with it, and roll with it, my peoples. And I will see you soon, very soon, to show you some custom work and a journal for the Etsy store by the end of the week. Have a great day, guys, and see you in the next video. Bye, guys.